Higher Self, Spirit Team, what is it you would like to share with me today? We are grateful for this connection, and we are thrilled to continue to see your development unfold, as you have seen in many teachers that have been speaking about the evolution of consciousness, understanding the aspects of oneself that allows to unfold the very nature of which you are, the remembrance, the integration, and the unfolding of the next step for humanity. As we continue to see this happen, you will continue to see the very nature of which your understanding of this reality shifts. You've seen it before, the aliveness of what everything is. The vessel sees this as some can remember a time when your TV channels, you could switch and it was channel 3, 5, 7, so on. But there's times where if you went to channel 3 or channel 5 or 7 and none of the broadcasting companies were airing at the time, there would be black and white TV static, they called it. And it can look like this, except with many colors. But the vibration or the staticness of that essence is what it can look like. And so as this continues and you go to understand that this is the nature of your reality, everything is alive, it is imbued with energy, it will change your perception and continue to expand your awareness. We do like to state that at times you may feel your health is shifted, and this change can feel as if you are unwell. Understand that we always honor your practice, and so if you feel you are unwell or if you deem it as a medical emergency, understand to take that time to seek medical professionals. But understand the majority of them will not comprehend the changes unless they experience it themselves. And so there are medical professionals that you can reach out to that are also spiritually awakened, and they can provide guidance. Seek your internal compass and decide for yourself what avenue to take. Also at this time, we would like to share that with the upcoming changes, you may see the dramatization of play being amplified. There will be what you guys claim as real world changes that will become difficult, and it's simply because the change that is unfolding is very different from what this lifetime has been accustomed to. Some of the parts that are fascinating, though, is you have received great change multitudes of times in this lifetime, and that was to prepare you for this next big shift. We would like to use the examples of COVID. Many of you were sent home unable to know if your employer would stay open, unable to know if the very nature of your experience was ending, as many felt the fear of impending doom. And so we state this with an understanding of this was an opportunity, one, to see what the human would allow, and two, to see how the human adapts with great change. And then there was a series of more changes after that, not on such a grand scale, a global scale we would say, but some that would be testing this boundary. So that way the unfolding of the next coming change would allow more awareness and more elevation to integrate with the human body. So we continue to state, understand where you are at, look at the dramatization, understand it, appreciate what it is showing you, and then release it and continue forward in your grace. That is all for us at this time. Please ask your next question. I recently watched a video where an individual was simply a 5D vessel for the human hybrid change that is coming, and she was told that the vessel isn't actually hers, and she is just what is bringing life to this vessel, the actual energy or battery source for it. And so she need not worry, as the 11th dimensional beings were the ones that were actually controlling and operating and reviewing the 5D vessel. How do I know I'm not just a 5D vessel being controlled by higher beings, or anyone else for that matter? We would say in a sense that you all are commandeering or controlling said vessel. You are not only the life source, the energy battery, as you would say, but the experiencer, the crafter, the architect. You are all of the pieces experiencing what was three-dimensional aspects. And so we would state, we understand that that is hard to comprehend in human form, as your human personality is a design by oneself, just as if the higher beings from the video you watched was. As you see, you are a energy source, a piece of the main creator, the one creator, and you are transforming or adapting a piece of your consciousness, your original source consciousness, into many, many different expressions. And so we will use this vessel as an example. Your true self is one from primordial times, one created with this universe. And so you are, in human terms, from the current understanding, multiple billions of years old. And so you have changed and adapted different parts of your source self into many, many, many different types of expressions. And this allows you to better understand yourself, which then allows Source to better understand itself. And with this expression, one's ability on a soul level to evolve quickly. In humanistic terms, we would say this takes a long time. But in Source terms or Spirit terms, this adaptation to learn about oneself greatly amplifies the opportunity to learn. And so, in a sense, the vessel that is being commanded and energized and experienced through is just a piece of that expression that has been crafted by your source self, your soul or oversoul self. And this is to allow the opportunity to learn as quickly as possible. And so we understand in human comprehension at this time, it can be perceived as difficult, or as if this vessel, initially when he heard this news, was as if we were a robot and then we were updated with software to just collect data. And so you do not have free will. This was the initial thoughts from this vessel. But that is not the case. Just as that 5D hybrid had the choice to choose whether they had kids or whether they chose to seek help to heal the parts of the body that were causing discomfort, and any other aspect in which you get to choose, as free will is a law created from the original creator, because without free will there isn't an opportunity to truly experience all that it can. And so we state that you, still here in human form, get to choose for yourself the free will in which each and every one of us are blessed with. We hope that answers your question. Thank you.